Hi, it's me, Kylie. I'm editing the video. Okay, welcome. This is the first podcast. How exciting. However, here's what happened. We started recording the video. Cool. Wasn't recording. The mic was on mute. Figured it out. Turned the mic on. Thought I adjusted the mic settings because it was too loud. I didn't. You'll get a taste of it at the end because my camera battery died, and then we switched to my phone, so halfway through the quality gets really shitty, and then my phone ran out of storage. So the last couple of minutes are just audio. Really, really crappy audio. But it's a good, fun, silly time, and I hope you stick around. I'm gonna make like an intro. Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm AJ.
And welcome to We Don't Have a Name for Our Podcast Yet. Today we're going to talk about Halloween. Yeah!
Yeah, that's a good shit right there!
Ooh! Why is it not recording? The audio? Yeah, it's on. It's on
Mute.
Okay. Yeah! I need to turn it down. Hi, welcome to our podcast. My name's Kylie.
And I'm AJ.
Okay, we're making a haunted cookie cemetery. First step. Yeah. What was your favoriteest Halloween ever?
I would say, yes, thank you for asking. Last year.
Okay.
Wait, hold on, let's do it like we're on the news and and we do like a pause, you know, in the news.
Okay. Now, over to AJ.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, over to AJ with her favorite Halloween. Over to AJ.
Okay, I got this. Let me do it. Now over to Kylie for her favorite Halloween story.
I don't have one.
Oh, shit. Okay, you asked me, I'm ready.
Now, over to AJ with her favorite Halloween story. What? I said story.
Okay, now we pause.
Stop.
Thank you, Kylie. Yeah, I would say last year because I threw a party and it felt like I had friends.
Nice.
Thanks.
I'd say last year too. Okay, step one.
And back to you, Kylie.
My mascara is burning my. Oh, we're live. Okay, cookie panel preparation. Handle all pieces with care when unpacking, as the cookies can easily break.
Careful. Dude, that wasn't with care at all.
No, it wasn't. Lay cookie pieces out flat in a safe location. Oh, I need a cutting board. They don't give it.
Why do you need a cutting board?
To put it on. POV.
Here's a costume idea. Sexy ghost. Sheet and what's that word? Fishnets with heels.
I'll go get scissors.
Here's another costume idea. Sexy Lorax. Okay, let's talk about our favoriteest Halloween costume. What was yours?
Okay, I had a Jasmine costume and
Cancel!
I think I wore it like twice when I was like, I don't know,
Wait a second.
6 or 7.
Jasmine when you were 6 and 7.
Maybe-ish, because I also wore my
I also wore
my Aurora costume like 5 times. Like 5 times.
You were a same costumer as a kid.
My mom didn't like spending money
Oh,
because
you were poor.
One year, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
One year. What about you?
I would have to say My favorites were my Scooby-Doo costume, circa 2001, maybe 2002.
You have a picture of this?
I do. We'll put it here. And then I remember vividly, there's no pictures of this anywhere, you'll never find it. But I remember one year I wanted to be a gangster. But it's not what you think! It's actually... Well, I also had my 2 Chainz costume. That's a good one. It was literally just me with braids and 2 Chainz on. Easy.
We're so cancelable.
No, but the gangster costume isn't what, it was a mobster gangster. Like I had a pinstripe pink suit on.
Like Italian?
Like I was an Italian. That's what I was. You can't say that all Italians.
I'm 1% Italian, I can say whatever I want.
You were 2% Italian.
I'm 2% Wait, you're less Italian than you are?
Yes. So she's 2% Neanderthal
Less than 2%.
and 1% Italian. She is more Neanderthal than she is Italian.
I want you to take the test and then talk.
5% Neanderthal.
20%.
20% Japanese.
No!
Okay, so I'm glad you built the whole house.
I tend to just do things.
I tend to take over.
I tend to.
Do you feel like 20-year-olds should still be able to trick or treat without public shame? No. Ugh, you're gross. You're gross for that. I should be allowed. You know?
No, you should be handing it out.
I think adults should be allowed. I feel like that is just the most stank coochie energy is when I go to a door. Now this is speaking from experience, as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trick-or-treating with my little brother.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm not by myself. And she's like, aren't you a little old to be out here?
I would never say that.
To be outside?
Like, don't worry, I got you. Don't worry, I got you. Like if a 20-year-old showed up at my door trick-or-treating with like their little sibling, I'd give them something. You know what I mean?
Even if they came by themselves. If they came in a group and they were all dressed up, that's the rule. If you're dressed up and you come to my house with some candy, I'm gonna give you some candy. Don't matter what time of year it is. I can appreciate effort.
It's May, somebody comes dressed up at your door.
Yeah, I'll keep candy at my house just for them.
You know what?
Is that a hot take? I don't think so.
I don't see anything wrong with it.
I did this wrong. How do I?
This is a bottom. You did do this wrong.
You're a bottom.
Yeah.
A bottom would know. A bottom when they see one. Let's talk about death.
Yeah.
How do we want to die?
We were talking about this last night?
No, this is different. How do we want to die?
Oh, not what do we want to happen to our bodies?
Right.
Okay. In my sleep, I don't want to know I'm dying. I just want to die instantly.
Shot in the back of the head. Just no idea, you know? I'm just going about my day.
Yeah. Like
And
I don't
then
want to know.
suddenly-
And then you're just dead.
Yeah.
Right away.
Right.
Yeah, same thing.
Right.
I just like don't want it to traumatize anyone, my death, you know? So if everybody's like, this should pass through people.
I want to pass away on live and people sending me roses.
Thank you for the roses. He just died.
Yum, yum, yum.
Yum, yum, yum.
Oh my God.
Cute.
If I see anybody on live doing the ice cream, yum, 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 I'm cyberbullying. But if it was somebody I knew,
Oh. I'd screen record it.
and use it for blackmail.
Yeah, clearly.
This
This is
there's somebody
big ass coffin because like
bigger than my house. When I die, I want my house bigger. I mean,
when the mausoleum. He's kissing me. What's your favorite?
what's my favorite Halloween movie?
Yeah.
Is that what you're gonna ask?
No.
Oh. Okay, go ahead.
What's your favorite holiday? I have a theory that children from, oh my God, look at me. I'm like, that children from broken families love Halloween better. And then if they say Christmas, it's like, oh, okay, you came from like a happy married couple. You know what I mean?
Mine's Easter because I get money.
And you have religious trauma.
I love the resurrection of Christ. I tell you what, he is risen.
Oh, good.
Amen. that was gonna do something? Did you think that was gonna do something?
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Monster House.
Yeah! Yeah!
It's not because we just watched it. That was just what we thought at the same time because we're telephonic.
Because we talk on the phone.
Oh.
If you were a ghost.
Oh, okay. You died.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so you're dead.
Okay.
And you're a ghost.
Okay.
First thing you do. Go. Cry.
Probably
Yeah.
deal with a lot of like emotions and come to terms and mourn myself, you know. And then I'd probably read somebody's diary.
You are so infatuated with reading somebody's diary.
Because I just think if somebody read my diary, they'd be like,
You know what we're doing next pod.
reading my diary. And I'm just nosy, like I just really want to know people, you know?
Right.
I just want to know them. I want to get to know humans. I'd probably like do something that like traumatizes Sebastian. You know?
Right.
The people I don't like. And then
Traumatized how?
make it like I just haunt them
Scary.
for months. You know?
You winked at me when you did that. For months. Okay, but what kind of haunt? What kind of ghost are you? I want to know what you're capable
Like, you know,
of.
in like scary movies, like I'd pick a person and I'd make them think that they're going crazy, and I'd make it so that nobody else believes them, you know, and then they're like freaking out, and then they're like seeing things and hearing things, and then I'll just like show up.
Whoa.
I'm like, ah! Like that, like in SpongeBob with the Dutchman.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel ghost? Can ghosts make themselves felt at will?
I don't know.
If I am able to be felt, I'd just beat the fuck out of somebody. So they'd be super confused.
Also, like in SpongeBob.
Yeah! And if not that, I'd seek out like Jennifer Love Hewitt and whisper to her, and then she would do my bidding, like in the show, Ghost Whisperer. You don't know that show, do you?
I do.
Have you seen it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It also has Cameron Manheim in it.
who's that? I'd probably go to a SZA concert.
Yeah, all the free events.
Right.
I would probably. I would just snoop. Like whenever somebody's like, "What superpower do you want?" I just want to be invisible.
Snoopy.
I want to be invisible so I can snoop. I'm just like I'm not Snoopy in real life,
Right.
but I'm nosy. Like I want to know, and so I'm like, I'll pry. But like, I don't want information without permission or consent.
I do. I would like
Unless-
to read minds because people can lie, but their minds can't.
I just like would be too worried that I would find out shit that I don't want, you know, because people aren't always in control of their thoughts, and it's like if somebody heard my thoughts versus like reading my diary, they'd be like,
I want to hear all the crazy shit.
It's crazy though. I'm diagnosed crazy. That's what the C in OCD is. Obsessive crazy disorder.
Oh, she crazy disorder.
Oh,
But the she is silent.
yeah, exactly.
Oh, they crazy disorder.
Yeah.
Let's not assume. My thing is like if we were able to read thoughts, it would probably be a lot of like whenever you interact with a man, him saying, "Wow, I would fuck her on the face right here in the Starbucks."
Like just like how like in any situation, because if you could hear my brain, it'd be like songs, you know, and then like at night it'd be like, oh. I feel like you'd be telling a lot of people off in your head.
I think many things.
No, what are you doing? It's true. What do you mean?
I think a lot of stuff all the
Like
time.
what?
Oh
Tell me your
man,
thoughts.
it changes by the minute because one second I'll be really mad at somebody. I'll be like, "Oh, they were mean to me," I wish them death. And then they say, so anyways, what are you doing this weekend? And I'm like, oh, what are you doing? So it's, that is true. They would have to hear my thoughts at all times to really get... Oh, allow me. I would read the thoughts of the church and expose all the homosexuals.
Oh, and the pedos.
Oh! There's a lot of those in the church.
You'd find them and be like, this guy likes kids! This guy!
Oh, God, I wouldn't want to hear those thoughts. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Ah! Man, I haven't considered everyone's thoughts.
Some people have some sinister shit going on.
Or like animals.
Like, imagine just being around and having that. Like, you're just picking up his, you're just imagining around Sebastian. And you're just like picking up his.
I can't even imagine.
The other day, okay, so story about Sebastian. Oh my God, both my legs are asleep. Ow! So at work, you weren't here for this, so this is a new story for you too.
Okay.
So
You're gonna get my in real time
our gal pal, we'll call her
Mariah.
Why couldn't I think of the name? Like, I just blank.
Who we actually took.
So Mariah, and she goes, my boyfriend is like in full support because she door dashes, and so she was talking about that. She's like, my boyfriend doesn't like me door dashing, but he's in full support of me like selling feet pics on Feet Finder. And she was telling a story about how she like had to look up Feet Finder to see if it was real, and then her kid found Feet Finder on her computer and was like, Mom, what is this? Anyway, so we were talking about Feet Finder.
That is fucking awesome.
And we were talking about Feet Finder, and I was like, if I could be guaranteed money, but then I also hate that thought of like men, like, ugh. And then we we're just talking about it, and then left, and Sebastian goes, like, what the fuck did he say? I gotta get it right. Like, something about, I wasn't gonna say anything, like, I heard you guys talking about Feet Finder, but I've been on there, like, I've been on there looking. Like, dead serious. And I was like, Sebastian?
Have I told you about that dude?
The very last thing on this planet, the last piece of information that I ever want, ever in my brain, is your kinks.
I know one of his kinks, I'll be honest.
What is it?
And then no one makes it even better. Is you were gonna dress up as it for Halloween! I'm just so free for some trees, bro. No, Velma.
No!
We've talked about Velma porn like many times.
You! That was you! I was gonna do that for you! You were putting me that.
I forgot!
Okay.
But now we're talking about it.
Thank God I'm here. Did
Did I ever tell you about that dude that got fired, or not fired, but he quit with the foot fetish?
No.
Oh! So we had a very attractive man who worked at our store. Like, I'm talking Abercrombie model type.
Oh.
And everybody who came in was always like, oh my God, hey. And like, we're just obsessed with him, right? He's kind of an idiot, which, we love a himbo. It's okay. You can be a dumb guy. Cause he made up for it by being sexy. And he was dating this girl. They break up and I see her in line and I'm like, oh, hey, how are you and Elijah doing? And she's like, oh, you didn't hear? We actually broke up. And I was like, oh shit, my bad, what happened? And she's like, yeah, he has a raging foot fetish. And he decided that when we were hanging out with me and my friend, that when he stepped away for a few minutes, he was going to sniff her shoe in the other room. And that's what I said.
Oh my God!
So, yeah. She said, I couldn't tell if he was sniffing it or licking it, but either way, we had to have a talk, right?
That makes me want to vomit. Like,
So, no.
Genuinely, I want to vomit.
It gets even better.
No.
It gets even better.
No.
So then, she's like, what the fuck? Let's talk about this. Why were you sniff licking her shoe? And he goes, I have a problem. Like, I can't help myself. I'm just, just being super whatever about it. He confesses to her that he has to relieve himself at work sometimes.
Is this why he got fired?
He wasn't fired. He quit. Nobody knew this was happening. Nobody had any idea. But he would go to the bathroom and relieve himself because the thought of feet in his brain was so overwhelming. So when I say I want to hear everybody's thoughts, I really do wonder a little bit, what was going on in there?
That's some shit I would do, I swear to God. Sebastian, I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised to find out,
Like, that is some freaky ass shit. And that's why I say, ladies, if he's mad sexy and he doesn't seem to have like a thing wrong with him,
he's got a thing wrong with him.
It's feet.
It's feet.
I just don't understand, like, the whole, like, oh, put your feet in some spaghetti and squiggle your toes around in there.
I think feet are gross.
What's the science?
I think that there's like genuinely like a brain thing.
There is
a science behind it.
Yeah.
Where it's like
these two wires got matched.
Yeah, and it's like these feet are now your brain thinks it's genitalia.
Yep. So he doesn't work here anymore. But then get this. I tell the whole store about this because I'm in disbelief and I love drama. Mm-hmm. And so I tell the whole store. He comes in.
He comes. He comes in
and asks for his job back.
No.
And I literally had to sit Mariah down
and let her know
and say, do not hire this man. He will come over your feet. These are kind of sour.
Really?
Don't do that. You're going to make me act up. There you go. Hey, can you give me that pipe?
Your toes are scratching my leg right now.
Stop!
Is it doing something for you?
No, it's not!
Oh my God, don't touch me with your toes. ASMR.
Now that is a scary story. Don't scary story.
Okay, should I tell my skinwalker story?
Yeah.
So
Did you tell me this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
So I was explaining this to you, like, yeah, you'll remember. So,
I'm trying to get out of my jacket.
I thought you were just doing a little dance for me. So on my drive, 10 minutes away from home, it's a 45-minute drive, it's midnight, I'm coming home from work.
I remember.
Okay, so, driving, and 10 minutes from home, there's like a part of the street where it's not just woods. There's like a gas station and a couple houses, but it's just like a street. You don't turn, like there's no like, it's like houses, it's literally just right there. And you have to slow down through it. And then near the end of, the speed picks up and you like kind of go uphill a little bit. And when you're going uphill, like the sides, I gotta like really get descriptive for the podcast.
No, go ahead.
And so one side of the road, on the right side of the road, it is a very steep hill up into the woods. Left side of the road, there's a turn. And so I'm trying to go straight, I'm trying to speed up, and this deer, quote unquote deer, walks down the hill without bending its legs, stick legs, not in a way that like gravity should allow, and it walks down and in front of our car, and it's like the size of a moose but the shape of a deer, and it's just a silhouette. And my brights are on. I should be able to see this thing in full detail, but it's just black, just a shadow. And then it stops in front of our car, and then with its giant stick legs, walks forward down to the left, like in the middle of the road, and walks down the middle of the road and like goes off down the road.
That gives me chills every time.
Yeah.
And by every time, I mean this is the second time. I don't like this anymore.
Okay, so I'll tell ghost stories, Dan. So I'm driving, same drive. This is all three of my ghost stories are the same drive, late at night.
This was the same
No, not
day?
the same day.
Oh.
But like the same drive home.
Okay.
You know?
Washington?
Midnight Washington. This is the first ghost I ever saw. I think it was 2018. And I'm driving, And there's like the little like sticks with the reflectors on the top of them on the sides of the road.
Yeah.
And one of them's like really bright. And so I'm like, look at it, directly at it. And it's a man. And he's like wearing kind of like white. I can't really see his face. I mean, I can't see his clothes because his face is just a light. Like his entire face is just a bright light. And there's nobody else on the road. And I'm in the middle of the woods. And he's just walking down the side of the road and his head is just a light. And then like once I pass him, I like look behind and I check my mirrors and there's just like no, there's nothing behind me. There's no lights, there's no nothing.
How did you react? Did you scrump?
I was like frozen. I like did it, I just was like this. Then I saw an old man that my friend told me she also saw, but she told me before I told her so. Same spot. And those were all and then my room was haunted.
Which one?
My room in Washington. Which is weird because it was like a new build. Like it's a newer house. We were only the second owners and there was only the family there before us. They bought it new. And then we rented it out to like a guy and him and his girlfriend and his dog lived there before we moved in. And then we moved in. And that was it. Like those were the only people who lived in the house. And I met the family before because they lived like right next to my aunt and uncle.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'd been over there and like hung out at the house and met the family and met the little girl who lived in my room before me. And her name was like, I don't remember her name, but it was not Marcy.
Okay.
And the name Marcy was like carved into the wood in my closet like 3 or 4 times. And there was a tiny little upside down cross carved into my door on the outside.
Ew!
And my guitar would play itself. My dogs would just sit and stare at my closet. And one of my dogs, who's like very guard dog vibe, he would like, his fur would raise and he would like snarl at my closet. Which he like did not do. Like he would bark and like get whatever.
Dude,
but,
I
like,
would freak the fuck out.
Yeah. And it was always at my closet. And then, the guitar playing itself. I was like, okay, so I'm not crazy. Like that just happened.
I've got one.
Do tell. Do.
Well, wait, okay.
Really?
Okay. I've got one.
Do tell.
Thanks, Kylie. So, I would say this was 6th grade. What is that? 11?
Mm-hmm.
In the 6th grade, 11, 12, I had a friend named Lily. She had like an odd thing. And they were like a family of emos.
Really?
They all had black hair. They all were into that, like,
The Addams family.
like that look. Yeah, so they had a shit ton of stuff in their house that was kind of like creepy. Like they had dolls everywhere and skulls and bugs and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And she had an older sister that moved out, and so that was the room that we were staying in. This was the first time I was allowed to sleep over because my mom didn't let me have sleepovers because she had brothers, So we're staying in her sister's old room, and for some reason they like made this room like a shrine to her sister, and there was like a picture of her sister.
Was her sister dead?
No, but it was just like weirdly like.
Was she just like at college or something?
Like she moved away, and that was all I knew. But as far as I know, she wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just weirdly like her mom was really weird about us staying in that room. She told us not to touch anything or like, you know what I mean? Like don't mess up her room.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay. And normal sleepover behavior. We're having a blast, doing little silly things. So we're staying in the sister's room. There's weird dolls everywhere. There's a picture of her sister on the wall, and she's not smiling. And this is something her family does. They don't smile in pictures. So the girl is like this in the picture. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's late at night. We're up late because sleepover. So we're acting crazy. We're watching TV. And at exactly midnight o'clock, the TV goes out. And it's like that loud, like, shh, like as soon as the fuzzies come on and it's really loud.
Mm-hmm.
So we're like, what the fuck? And she showed me the time. She's like, and we were like, whoa, that's kind of scary. And then we're like, okay, kind of weird, but this, whatever. Right after that, like I'm saying within moments of us realizing it was 12, the home phone rings 999-999-9999. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? And we freak out and we answer the phone and it's static.
At midnight.
On the phone.
At midnight.
At midnight with the TV. And
Sorry.
so then she starts freaking out. And she's like, we gotta get out. And she's like telling me to get out of the room. And she's like, look at the picture. And I swear to God. I swear to God. It was like the slightest little.
Oh my God.
And I don't know if it was like a Mona Lisa effect, like when you look at it long enough, it looked like a smile, but it seriously did not look like that before.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went downstairs and we slept in the living room.
Valid.
And then I was never allowed to sleep over again for some reason. Isn't that odd?
I have a story about when I was never allowed to sleep over again.
Oh no.
It wasn't my fault. It was just like they were a really fucking weird family. And
They didn't like your weird.
they didn't know. They knew that I was judging them. Because I didn't spend the night. I stayed till like 11-ish and I called my mom to come get me. I mean, this was probably like 7th, 8th grade. Okay, so I go there. Mom, fucking weird. They have a little dog that's like inbred. And
Oh man, a dog and bread.
and there's like a brother who is like, I don't know if he was like autistic or something.
Oh, canceled.
But just like socially not normal.
He scared me.
Very autistic vibe.
No, but it was like, it wasn't. I think it could have been something else, but
Yeah.
he wasn't
Normal.
average.
Okay.
He wasn't your average Joe. He scared me. And he was like big and scary. And it was just because he was weird. And I was like, oh, you're a murderer. And
Obviously.
so I was uncomfortable, and we were how long?
I don't know. I just looked up.
Okay, we're just gonna do podcasts now.
Damn it. We're done?
No, we're doing podcasts. It's still recording podcasts.
Oh. Are we going to put pictures of us on the screen?
Yeah. Do you know how to do that? Yeah. We're gonna do that. Okay, cool. We'll do that. That'll be so funny.
That's so funny.
Okay, so
Camera died.
So I'm uncomfortable.
He's autistic.
No!
The dog is inbred.
What is he doing in there?
I don't know what's going on.
And we went swimming, and I put my gum on the side of the pool. Or I don't remember. Honestly, I think my brain blocked out the sleepover because I don't really remember much other than that. Oh, she asked me, she was asking me about sexuality and stuff, and gayness and liking girls. And I was like, I don't know. And she just started talking about things that made me really uncomfortable because I'm homophobic.
Dude,
because I'm ableist and homophobic.
Hold on. She's asking you these sexuality questions in 7th grade?
Yeah, it's 7th grade. We're 12.
That's really weird.
Yeah, so, the brother, you never know. But something wasn't right in that house, and I knew it.
Yep.
And I wanted out, and I left, and I just know that, her family's, didn't like me because I was clearly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And she told me, the next day she comes up to me at school, she goes, just so you know, my mom said that you can't ever spend the night again because our dog ate your gum, and we had to take him to the hospital. And I'm like, that's so funny, because my dog's eaten 2 packs of gum and been fine.
That's so funny that that's a lie. What a bitch. I would have fed her dog more gum just for that. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
We did it! Okay, we gotta close it up.
Okay, I'm
Unless
done.
you got another story.
No, that's it. I'm good.
And we finished. And we'll put a cute little picture of this in the video. And here's the final result.
Yay!
Yay!
And you'll do the yay sound effect.
Yeah. We gotta have an outro. What are we gonna call it? We gotta come up with... Thank you so much for listening. I'm just gonna go take a Raz. What?
Hey, I didn't get to say goodbye.
Exactly.
Oh.
Come back.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Wait.
Thanks for listening
To
our first ever episode of Two Peas in a Pod.
2 Peas in a Podcast.
Two gays.
2 gay peas in a podcast.
2 gay peas.
Gay peas podcast.
Listen to podcast things.
I'm gonna go Waz.
And
Action.
well.